name is Dawn, and I've been with Voyago for about 1.5 years. I started as a transit admin dispatch, and now currently I am operations support coordinator for London area. An incident would be something happens on the bus. It could be from a customer falling, or it could be from them falling. It could be them tripping, cutting their finger, their drop-off location. They feel it's unsafe. A collision would be hitting an object, or a car, or a curb, something along those lines. Response for an incident would be a green sheet. They have to write down what happened on their green sheet and hand it in to their manager at their end of shift to make sure that we have a record of what happened. A collision would have to do a collision report, and then that gets handed off to supervisors and emailed out to various people so that everyone is aware, like garage is aware of how, like if there was a damage to the bus or anything in that regards. So a call taker report is filled out whenever a driver calls in, and if there's been a collision, whether it be at fault or not at fault with another vehicle, or if it's with an inanimate object like a sign or a curb. So the information that we get is where they were when it happened, if anyone was on the bus, if there's witnesses, if there was a third party involved. Make sure they get all their information, take pictures of their license and registration so that if they do have to go to the reporting center, they have that information with them. So if a tow truck needs to be called, a dispatcher calls. We would usually ask the driver if the bus is drivable. If it's drivable, it can come back. If not, we call the tow truck. So if a driver is in an accident, they have to come back to base immediately. If they can continue their shift, if the bus is fine and they weren't at fault, they can continue their shift, and then they go to the reporting center at the end of their shift. If they come back to base immediately, they have to go to the reporting center. So if a driver was in an incident, for example, though, if they have to call 911, they have to stay at the location, and they have to stay there until the passenger has been looked at and released, depending on the situation. If it was, again, not at fault, they would be able to continue their way, safe to do so. If not, they would come back to base and they would be involved with retraining. When anything happens, whether big or small, call into dispatch and ask, because we will give you the correct information to follow the procedures. We would rather you call in for the littlest thing than something happen and it not be recorded.